Hello everyone, this is your tutor AB. Today we're going to be solving a problem from the IB Mathematics AASL Section B question. This is from the May 2023 IB examinations, paper 1. This is of 17 marks. Okay, let's get started. The following diagram shows part of the graph of a quadratic function f. The vertex of the parabola is negative 2, negative 5 and the y-intercept is at point P. So part A. Write down the equation of the axis of symmetry. Now what is the axis of symmetry? It's simply a line that cuts down the middle of the parabola. And what is at the middle of the parabola? Well, the vertex. So the x coordinate of this vertex is the equation of the axis of symmetry. So the equation of the axis of symmetry in this case is x is equal to negative 2. Okay. Now, the function can be written in the form of f of x is equal to 1 by 4 x minus h the whole square plus k, where h and k are integers. So part B is telling us to find the values of h and k. Okay, now what does this expression look like? 1 by 4 x minus h the whole square plus k. This is nothing but the vertex form of a quadratic equation. Okay, now what is the speciality of the vertex form? Negative h comma k is our vertex, and we know the vertex of this parabola is negative 2 comma negative 5. So h must be equal to negative 2 and k must be equal to negative 5. Okay, now part C. Find the y coordinate of P. We know the P is the y-intercept, and we know a y-intercept occurs when x is equal to 0. So let's simply plug in 0 into this function f and see what is the output value of y. So that will be 1 by 4 x minus of minus h, because h is negative 2, so that's minus of minus 2 becomes plus 2 the whole square minus 5, and that will give us some y value. So what is this y value? So let's simply plug in 0. 1 by 4, 0 plus 2 the whole square minus 5. That's y. And so y is nothing but negative 4. Okay. Part D. In the following diagram, the line L is normal to the graph of f at point P. Okay, right there. Find the equation of the line L in the form of y is equal to ax plus b. Now, how do we do this question? Okay, what exactly is a normal? A normal is a line that cuts the tangent to a point and creates a 90-degree angle. So the tangent to point P looks something like this. It's an instantaneous slope. And at this cut, there will be a formation of a 90-degree angle. So if I were able to find the equation of the slope of this tangent, I'll be able to then create the equation of the line of the normal L. Okay, so this is how we can do it. First, let's find the equation of this tangent, the equation of the slope of the tangent. How do we do so? We need to simply differentiate the function of the quadratic. So that will be f prime of x. What is that? Let's apply chain rule. 1 by 4 times by 2 x plus 2, and we know 5 just becomes 0 because 5 is a constant. Negative 5 is a constant. Okay, f prime of x must be equal to 1 by 2x plus 1, and that's the equation of the slope of this normal of this tangent line of tangent slope. Okay, now how do I find the slope exactly? Because I just have an equation. Well, I need to substitute the x value at this particular point P. So what is the x value? It'll be 0 because P is a y-intercept. So a, which is equal to f prime of x, is nothing but 1. Okay, so now I know the slope of the normal, because the slope of the normal is nothing but the slope of the tangent inverse times by negative 1. This is a key formula that you need to remember. and so this will be equal to -1, which is our slope of normal. Now let's substitute this into the equation for our normal. So what is the equation for our normal? It must be in the form of y is equal to x plus b. So that'll be y is equal to -1x plus b. Now how do I find out b? Well, let me substitute in the coordinates of p into this equation right here of the normal L. That will be -4 comma -1 times 0 plus b. So b is equal to -4. So the normal L is equal to y is equal to -x minus 4. Okay, I've done many more questions covering this topic in my topic 5 playlist in calculus in my channel. Okay, so now part E, calculate the distance between P and Q. How do we do so? The line L intersects the graph of f at a second point Q as shown above. Now, let's think of this question as a right angle triangle. We have a point Q up here and we have a point P down here. We can create a right angle triangle like so. Okay. Now what is the coordinate of P? Well, that's that's 0 comma -4, because that's what we found out earlier, and we need to find out the coordinate of Q. I know that Q arrives from the intersection of the quadratic and the normal L. So let's simply equate these two equations together. Now normal L's equation -x minus 4, and the quadratic's equation is 1/4 x plus 2 the whole square minus 5. Okay, now let's solve for x. -x minus 4 plus 5 is equal to 1/4 times by x square plus 4x plus 4. I just expanded this term right there. That comes next, -x plus 1 times by 4 must be equal to x square plus 4x plus 4. So that's -4x plus 4 is equal to x square plus 4x plus 4. Now what will I see? This 4 and this 4 will cancel, so I'm left with x square is equal to, not x, I can just write like this, x square plus 8x is equal to 0. So now let's simply find out what is x equal to. X plus 8 is equal to 0. So x must be equal to 0, or x is equal to -8. Now we already have this, so this is what we're looking for. The x coordinate of Q is -8. Now what is the y coordinate of this Q right there? Well, let me simply just substitute -8 into this normal L. So if I were to do so, y is equal to -8 minus 4. So y is equal to 8 minus 4, y is equal to 4. Okay, so Q has a value of -8 comma 4. Okay, so now let's simply apply Pythagoras theorem and find out what is the length of this line right there. Okay, now what's this distance right here? That's -8 and 0. So this has a distance of 8 right there, correct? Now what is the vertical distance? It's going from 4 to -4. So that is nothing but 8 again. So Pythagoras theorem is a square plus b square is equal to c square. So that's 8 square plus 8 square is equal to c square. So that's 64 plus 64, 128 is equal to c square. So c must be equal to the root of 128. Now what is the root of 128? Because that's the distance, right? So to simplify, I can simply just find out what are all the factors of 128. So you got 2 is 64, 2 is 32, 2 is 16, 2 is 8, 4, 2 is 2, 2 is 1. Now let's simply just form duos like so, and so I get 8 root 2. 8 root 2 is the distance between P and Q. Okay, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave it down below and I'll answer it as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.